Okay, welcome to the Introduction to Computer Technology spreadsheet assignment dealing with payroll. Payroll is the way that employees get paid in an organization, and we're going to use a spreadsheet to calculate taxes withheld and then the actual net pay that would appear in an employee paycheck. So we have some information here on the Word document, and that includes the federal, state, and Social Security tax rate, the hourly rate for all the employees, the names of, looks like about 7 employees, and the hours that they worked. So we have to compute the rest of the information on this table using Excel, Microsoft Excel. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to copy the table. And we'll go ahead and just highlight it, again in the upper left-hand corner. And we'll hit the copy, or you can do Control-C. Now we're going to flip over to Excel. And we are going to paste special, but we're going to go to the right, which would be paste or match destination formatting, just a little easier to work with. Okay, so now we have our table in Excel. I'm going to expand some of the columns so we can see the information a little bit better, and the column headings just a little bit better. So we'll just take and make these a little bit wider, a little easier to see, a little easier to work with. And we can adjust as we go along. All right, we know that each employee makes $8.50 an hour, so we're going to start with the gross pay. Formulas and spreadsheets start with an equal sign. We're going to plug in that equal sign, and we're going to click in cell B2, which gives us B2 in our formula bar. Okay, we are going to multiply, this is the hours worked, times the rate of pay, which is $8.50 an hour. We're not worried about number format at this point. And now I'm going to hit the enter key, and now I have the gross pay. 32 hours times 8.5 gives us $272. Let's do a few tax calculations here. Federal tax from our sheet, if we flip back to that, is 6%. So going back to Excel, we're going to do another formula starting with an equal sign. This time we want the gross pay, which is C2 times 6, and then a percent symbol. Percent symbol is found above the 5 on the number row, and you can hit the Shift 5 to get the percent. We'll enter that, and that's our federal tax. Social Security in this problem is set at 6.2%, so we'll do an equal sign. Once again, gross pay is what we use for that, times 6.2%. Enter. And again, we'll worry about the decimal places and number format in a little bit. State tax was 3%, so we're going to go to the equal sign. Once again, gross pay times 3%. Okay. To hit the total tax, I'm going to take a little shortcut here, and we're going to go up to the symbol, which will give us our sum. And we then want to just highlight the 3 taxes: federal, Social Security, and state. We don't want to include the gross pay in the total taxes because those are 2 different things. So you'll see that the formula says D2 colon F2, which means the range D2 to F2, which happens to be the 3 taxes. We'll hit enter. All right, once again, repeat that one more time. So we're in the cell that we want the total tax to appear in. We're going to go up to our function, and we'll use sum. We are going to sum the federal, Social Security, and state tax, and then hit the enter key. We have a total tax. The last thing we have to calculate is net pay, and that one, of course, is going to start with an equal sign. We're going to take our gross pay, which is C2, minus the total tax that we pay, and that's going to give us what's left over, or what's known as net pay. Enter. And what we're actually taking home is $230, and if we're rounding up, 66 cents. All right, now let's highlight all these numbers that we calculated through formulas and functions. And we're going to grab the right-hand corner so the cross becomes kind of narrow there, and we're just going to drag that down. This is called fill. And by doing that, it takes and just advances those formulas to the next row. So it saves, obviously, a lot of time. Okay, the last thing we want to do in this example is we want to format it in accounting format, which would be 2 decimal places. So we're going to play with the increased decimal and decreased decimal to get it the way we want to. Right now, if I click the increased decimal twice, we're going to bring them all to 2 decimal places, and that would be the correct accounting format. We can see all of our numbers. We can see all of our employees. Our columns look pretty good. At this point, we've completed the payroll exercise, and we can see that, even though it's dealing with taxes and employees, what seems to be complex can actually be broken down to something pretty simple. All right, thanks for watching.